Some people just live well, as if they were born with the life manual in hand. He is 60 years old with the energy of a 30-year-old. It walks slowly, but arrives in one piece. Wake up calmly, sleep peacefully. And when you smile, it seems like everything is resolved. It's not magic. It's not genetics. And it's also not luck for those who took care of themselves from an early age. It's a choice. It's a habit. Or rather, that's what they stopped doing. Because sometimes, living longer and better after 50, it's not about doing more, but about take away what weighs. So today, we're going to talk about 4 things you need to stop doing right now, if you want to live with more lightness, health, and meaning. Trust me, this isn't in the medicine's leaflet, but it should be. If this conversation resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and come. Live life lightly with us, without rushing, without burden. 1. Stop carrying the world on your shoulders. Let's start with the classic. After 50, many people have already been through a lot. She raised children, took care of her parents, helped with work, resolved arguments, kept secrets, held back tears. A whole life trying to handle everything. But there comes a time when the body speaks. And when he speaks, he doesn't shout. He whispers with pain, tiredness, and insomnia. There are people who think it's normal for their age. But it is not always. Sometimes, it's just the weight of the world, a world that isn't even yours, asking to be put down. You don't have to be everything to everyone anymore. The woman who tries to please everyone ends up forgetting herself. The man who solves everything never asks for help. And the two are exhausted in silence. Living longer and better starts with a simple phrase. That's not mine to carry. Of course we still help, care, but with limits. Because carrying the world doesn't prolong your life, shortens. 2. Stop fighting with the mirror. The second thing you need to stop doing is this invisible war with your own reflection. Let's be honest. The body changes. The skin changes. The hair changes. This is not defeat. It's time doing what it knows how to do. But we insist on looking in the mirror as if we were 25. And he blames himself because his abdomen isn't what it used to be. Or because the neck became a bit rebellious. But let me tell you a secret that no one talks about out loud. Those who live comparing themselves with the past age twice. The mirror was not made to judge. It was made to remind you of who you are. And you are so much more than your appearance. After 50, the body becomes a map of history. Every wrinkle is a laugh. Each brand, a moment. Each curve, a chapter. Fighting with this is fighting with life. The happiest people I know have one thing in common. They take care of their bodies like someone taking care of a garden. Without perfection, but with affection. So, the next time you look in the mirror, try to replace criticism with gratitude. Instead of look at those dark circles under my eyes, try thank you for another day with these eyes that see the world. It may seem silly, but it transforms everything. 3. Stop living on autopilot. You know that feeling when the days go by and you don't even notice? Wake up, have coffee, take care of a bunch of things, check your phone, see some bad news, reply to a message, go to bed. And the next day, everything was the same. Before you know it, a month has passed. A year. A decade. Life in automatic mode is silent. And dangerous. Because you don't realize you're not living until something forces you to stop. But live more and better it does not go with haste or distraction. There are people who think that to live well after 50 they need a lot of money. A house on the beach, or an international trip. But really, what most people need is presence. Be where you are. Feel what you feel. Do what you love. Even if it's something small like listening to an old song, caring for a plant, or simply closing your eyes and breathing. Turning off the automatic is remember that life happens now. And if yours is busy, messy, stressful right now, maybe it's time to slow down. The secret is not to run more. It's running less, with more meaning. 4. Stop putting off what's good for you. This one catches a lot of people. Then I start walking. Next week I'm changing my diet. One of these days I'll go back to painting, dancing, writing. And that one of these days is becoming a thing of the past. Meanwhile, life goes on. And the body feels it. And the soul becomes quiet. The truth is that we put off what we need most when we forget what matters most. There are things that you can't leave for later. Your rest, your peace, your joy are not luxuries. They are necessities. You don't have to change everything at once. But you need to stop believing that there will be an ideal moment. The ideal time is now. even with little time, even with little money, even with fear. Start with a 10-minute walk, with tea at sunset, with a firm no, with a yes to something that makes your heart smile. Happiness after 50 doesn't have to be a revolution, but it can and should be a daily choice. Now tell me, did you identify with any of these 4 things? Carry the world? Fight with the mirror? Living on autopilot? Postpone what is good for you? If the answer is yes, congratulations. You have already taken the first step, awareness. The second step, act differently, even if little by little, even if with fear. Because life after 50 is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of the most beautiful part of the trail. That part where you already know who it is. You already know what matters. And finally, you can choose to live more truthfully. So, if this touched some part of you, write here in the comments, I choose to live lightly. And share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. Because living better is even better when we don't do it alone. Oh, and if you like this kind of calm, down-to-earth, and peaceful conversation, subscribe to the channel here. It will be a pleasure to have you around for future conversations. See you in the video next door, with another one of those simple truths that time insists on whispering in your ear. But we only hear it when we slow down. See you then.